Here's the question. How do you stop gun violence and crime? The question has many different answers, including what is happening in High Point. A local neighborhood is hosting its third annual Youth Summit on Violence just this week. WFMY News 2's Jalen Gilkey checked out the summit and spoke with organizers about today's message.
You're absolutely right, Tanya. And you at home, like many other members of our community, have been alarmed by the recent spike in gun violence here in the Triad. This week, the Burns Hill Neighborhood Association in the city of High Point have put together a youth summit to stop the violence. The goal, to let our youth know they can be the change we need in our community.
Because young minds are fresh minds, and they're so receptive to things if taught the right way. So I feel like if we can get to them early, then they'll make better decisions later.
This week, the city of High Point, along with the Burns Hill Neighborhood Association, is hosting their third annual Youth Summit on Violence. Association President Jerry Mingo is optimistic that this program will continue to lead our youth down the right path.
As a matter of fact, we had one student, one young lady, she was here at the last summit, and she didn't know what she wanted to do. And she said, as a result of coming to the summit, she decided to go into criminal justice, and she's at UNC Charlotte right now.
Ty Hines Wilson is one of the teens involved in this week's summit. He, like many of the other kids enrolled, has personally been affected by gun violence, but he knows that doesn't define who he is or how he can impact his community.
I want to see kids going outside without fearing like their lives, and I want to see adults, they can let their children go anywhere without ending up missing or dead.
Ty also hopes that this summit can teach people how to love each other and care for each other.
It's a cool story. What I love about that is that so often kids or adults think that kids don't have what is needed to make a movement happen,
yes,
right? But they absolutely do.
Yeah. I like what he said about getting them while they're young, because you know the saying, when you know better, you do better. Mm-hmm. And I think programs like this, mentorship, that exposure is so important, because when children or people in general fall victim to crime or violence, it's because of what they see around them. So I think a program like this is great for keeping them in the right direction.
I think it's also important to have adults who have the heart to help these, younger children like this, because it's really important that not only are we only just living our lives, but we also are giving back to those younger generations and helping them to see better. So if they don't know better, it's because no one is teaching them and showing them better. Mm-hmm. So it's really important that we have adults in our community who are also giving back.
Yeah.
And this summit isn't just touching on, stopping the violence. There's many other topics, as well as mental health and how to make sure and check in, make sure you have someone part of your community that you're able to talk to, as well as job obtaining, dressing for success, also financial literacy. So it's many topics all rolled in the 3-day summit, just to help develop our kids and set them up for success.
Yeah, and this is just one piece of that puzzle of solving that whole issue.
I'm sure they're absorbing a lot of information over the next couple days. Great story, Jalen.